Welcome, fellow YouTubers and friends. Thank you for joining me today again. Thank you to all our loyal subscribers and all the good comments. We appreciate it. We're normal people trying to make a plan like the rest of everybody. So today, I want to try and create a running board as it's non-existent on this car. Never had, like the rear fenders, never had, can't find around, can't source locally. So let me do first things first. Let me get a cardboard and trace this so I can make a bracket or two for stiffening, and then we go from there. I might have to do this board in two because of the bends, but let's see if I can do it in one. Okay, first things first. Just see here, see there. Let me trace this nicely and trace that nicely. Quickly cut that. Then I need to trace underneath also. Wow, I can actually cut nice thick supports and actually use this also to help me shape this top metal piece. And now I'm gonna have to also put stiffness in between so it doesn't indent when you've got weight on it. We'll get to that just in a while. Let me see something here. Just lay underneath us quickly. Sorry, gents. Just make sure it's perfect in. There we go. Now I can trace the holes. Not a big piece of metal, but it's required. I'll quickly just cut this to what I want about. I want a bit of lip to carry it inside, and like that. And I made it a bit bigger for strength. Plus it doesn't go straight down, it goes at an angle. Cool. Let me go trace it out on a piece of plate and cut it out. Alright. Let me show you another trick of quickly marking it. I think the old guys most are familiar with. Okay. Now, next lady for shave. I think I'm going to need about 3 of these brackets. My rough bracket. Yeah. Just wipe that paint off a bit. Don't want to waste too much material. Wind is terrible today. There you go. Marked out my 3 brackets. Now let me get slicing. Alright, let's go see if it fits the car. Shorten and grind this radius a little, but then it should be perfect though. And this corner. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. It's a bit long here still. Let me take that corner off quickly. Punch and quickly knock some holes in it. Nice in the center of that mass. I'll make them a bit bigger as the bolts has to go through that into the front fender to secure the running board. Okay, clamp and a vise, safety first, as this could mess up your fingers and your day if it starts turning in circles. Okay, now that I've got some bolts in here, I can just quickly trim it there. Yeah, it's perfect, it's just that. And quickly put a nut. This because it's about a millimeter, so I don't want it to sit awkwardly. Okay, perfect, holes line up and it's trimmed. Now I can measure and start bending this a piece of pop. What we'll do, you just get that, we'll tack this with our lovely CO2 welder to the pipe so it can keep it straight and we can bend it the lip for the running board. So it's going to be wicked to bend. It's going to take a lot of strain. Okay, that's it. I'll quickly tack this to the pop. Alright, now that we're at this point, I can put it in a vise and attempt to bend it. I wish I had a bender. We do what we have with what we've got at the moment. And then we'll panel beat it as well as we go along. Know how to jerk this. Fun thing about metal is you can do with it what you want. If you bend too far, you can bend it out again. You can even knock out creases if you really want to. Quickly put this in here. I think my tag broke. Okay, now that I've got my curve, I need to panel beat it a bit straighter. Okay, now that I've got my curve, now this I have to panel beat a bit. Right, a bit too much of a curve. Okay, let me quickly straighten it a bit, like I say. I need to. Yes, that's nothing. I can tack it there later. Now I need to concentrate on getting this bent, and then that bent. It's gonna work me today, this thing. That's honestly gonna work me today. But perfect, we'll get it there. Okay. I think subconsciously I've been putting this off because I knew without equipment it's not an easy feat. But this is the show, showing what you can do at home and without equipment. So let's take it from there. Okay, just tack at this side also. A bit more. Okay. compare it to my cut. Still have to come a bit more. Yes, still have to come a bit more. Perfect. Put it in a bus. Okay, now looking here at this and looking that I've got my angle, I can just measure it and cut it here according to the line. And let me show you my profile I'm working against. This is our profile we cut earlier. This I'll tag to that. Okay, now that you can see, I've got the shape closely matched to my flange that I cut earlier. I can measure this according to my flange and quickly cut this and bend it more. As this thing's got a series of bends, let me quickly check here. You see how close it is? Perfect, let's measure it. Okay, now that we've determined the height and the measurement of this, let's quickly mark it. And then from there on, we can bend it. I'll probably use my vice grip just to clamp this down and to mark it, scribe it. As this thing runs it and top of a bevel or edge, and let's follow the curve of the front fender, which ain't really that easy, but let's see how we can do it on a budget, our budget being zero. Okay, here I can quickly put my vise on the line that I drew, running perpendicular to the line perfectly. Oh, let me just get this on the line. Okay, there's it. Okay, we're gonna do it bit by bit. So we don't bend too much first time around, and we'll inch by inch, as the jaw of the vise is long, as we're doing as homegrown, and we don't want to go too much. Okay, you see, so we're not going to bend at the full 90 like you see now. We're doing bit by bit and coming back to bend more. It's time consuming, I know. Like you can see, it's starting to shape and form. Okay, let's continue. Because remember, this is two bends that I've got to do with the vise to get it 90 and 90. It shouldn't be too difficult for the home hot rodder to do this. Like I say, bit by bit, like eating a big steak. Okay, there we go. You can see our shape starting to form, to conform to our flange, and our top edge is nicely. Also has a slight curve. We had to bend the pipe to get the slight curve worked into this, as these cars didn't have a straight running board. And there we go. You see our curve coming nicely now. Okay, let's quickly match this flange. You see our flange is matching to the profile. Now what we'll do is we'll just tag it in place. We'll also help with our in profile, and then if we must, just panel beat a bit, but I don't think it's really required here. Let's quickly start tagging this down. Okay, just tacking this. Don't want to weld it fully yet. Tacking it and then we'll grind it. And I have to cut the edge at the bottom, but we'll get to that just now. There we go. I'm thinking maybe I must make a double cut this cooler. Put on the outside and remove it at this stage. But let me put this on to show you. Chevy. Let me quickly go to this side. Start pulling this side. Let's see. I like metal. There's metal you can manipulate, like so, to get your shape perfectly. Right. To the side. I want to keep it tightly to this as I don't want it to jump up and look ugly. Then I'll fit it to the car. Having a panel to a panel. And there we go. Weld this up here, because that should fit perfectly to the corner. And then I'll quickly just put that. There we have that. Now, this grind is flat and smooth a bit. We'll weld a bit more later, but I want to get it to size, to shape on the car. So this needs to fit flush to that. And then we can decide what length we need to make this thing up to the rear fender. Okay, now that Now I've got basically my shape on my panel. I need to measure this distance, pick my distance, mark it out, you'll notice I left it longer because I want a bit of a rounding. For that, I've got a piece of blue wire that I'm gonna just bend to get roughly my shape, like so. Just play with it until you get it perfectly, like you can see there, and I'm gonna run it from there. Now I want to just make sure before I do the cuts and stuff from where this tapers down. So there I'm on my sides is what I measured, 120.5. Yes. So from the outside, tapers off with about 10 millimeters, 121. Now, I say there, I rather have too much material, and cut it bit by bit, then I have too little material and have to worry about it. Just do this. Like I say, I rather have too much material than have too little material. Let me lob it off a bit. Then I cut it from there. Okay, get my baby grinder. Interfere the original springs wheel. Otherwise than that, I have to make a bracket down in there and it should be perfect. So I'm quickly gonna maybe mark my chart. Yes, take more out there. Take a bit out there because I want it to sit flat. Then like I said, I've got to also make a bracket, make holes and pull the thing into this. There you've got it. Now I've got to basically make a brace there, so I can tie that finger, pull it closer. This one I'll just pull it with nuts and bolts. It does actually close nicely. But there you have it. There's my running board. I'm thinking of minimizing, deleting that, as the rear fender also don't have a lip lock at. Thank you everybody. Thank you for watching. Peace out.